Hi, I'm Jim Spohrer. My background is that I was at Apple Computer for 10 years before coming to IBM. In 1998, IBM had an opportunity, so I came over here and really got interested in service science and service innovation. And for the last 4 years, I've led IBM's global university programs worldwide, working with universities on service science, big data analytics, cybersecurity, cognitive systems, all of the different skills for the 21st century. Service for IBM is a complicated thing because IBM is one of the largest companies in the world, 420,000 employees worldwide, 100 billion revenue per year in nearly every single country, nearly every single sector, transportation, finance, cities, healthcare. So service is a very complicated thing. The number one thing it means, though, is IT as a service. So most of the people who you'll meet at IBM and you say, what does service mean to you? They'll talk about our data centers, they'll talk about our cloud, they'll talk about IT as a service. There's also people, though, in our GBS, our Global Business Service. Now, you ask them what they mean by service, and they'll talk about consulting services with customers. And then there's folks in our service research group who you ask them about service, and they'll talk about service science and service innovation and lots of other things. So depending on who you're talking to at IBM, there'll be a broad spectrum. We go to market in multiple different ways. The primary way that I like to think about it is in terms of Smarter Planet. So that's a major initiative at IBM, and we talk about smarter water, smarter transportation, smarter finance, smarter cities. So we engage with our customers in terms of making their systems run better. What does smarter mean? You're run better, less waste, more sustainable, better productivity, higher quality of service. So I would say our primary go-to-market these days is through our Smarter Planet initiative. If you think about the growth of service revenue at IBM, there's several different drivers. The first big growth spurt came from outsourcing. And basically what that was lots of IBM customers had bought our technology and were trying to run it. And maybe they were an automobile company, or maybe they were a bank, or maybe they were a retail business. And why were they running computer systems? IBM, can't you do this for us? So of course we could. Actually, that led to big growth in our revenue as we took those employees that were with our customers, and one day they were automobile company employee running these systems, and the very next day they were IBM employees running these systems. So through this desire of our customers to outsource more to IBM, and through acquisition, software as a service, cloud, our service business grew tremendously to the point now it's well over 50% of our revenue. Sustaining the growth of service is something that a lot of people are thinking about. In fact, I'm at a conference now at Almaden, IBM Almaden, where that's the focus, is sustaining the growth of service innovation. And it does seem sustainable if we think about what are the new kinds of jobs that people will be doing, and how will creativity, how will that become more a part of every job? How will using data to make decisions better, how will that become part of everybody's job? So it's sustainable as long as there's hard problems to solve and there's work to be done. The best advice that I can give students looking for jobs in the future of the service economy is to really think hard about big data analytics and cognitive systems. As near as I can tell from where I sit, every job is going to be transformed by better access to data. We live in a world where, some people call it the Internet of Things or the Internet of Everything, where everything, we have more information. Just think about our smartphones that we're carrying around with us. There's just more and more access to information, more and more information. So I would say that's the red hot area for the future of jobs, is in big data and cognitive systems. To prepare for that, every student should think about taking a course in statistics and machine learning, for one, and not just, don't just be a computer science major or an industrial engineer, but study a sector. Study the data that's related to healthcare, or study the data that's related to, urban systems. So be an expert not only in your academic discipline, but be an expert in some industry sector and the types of data and information that are involved, and the new types of service offerings that will be generated by making that data more available for better decision making. And it's no longer enough for a student to graduate with a degree and be what we call I-shaped, just deep in your degree. We at IBM, and I'm actually at a conference tomorrow that's going to be talking about T-shapes more, but you have to have depth and breadth, and the breadth has to be boundary spanning ability and ability to adapt to change more rapidly.